Yeah. I can imagine. Yes, I saw that was featured. I I haven't played with it, but it is on my list of things to look at. It has a paired piece with they had the that's players that will like walk around structures, which is really fun for like stations and whatnot. But it adds them so that you can go and like they'll take over structures, and then like if they're starting to degrade, or like they'll be there to salvage them and stuff. It's crazy how advanced the like NPC player mods are. It's PvP, but with a hint of PvE in the sense that weather is still enabled, and there are enemies out there, and I'm gonna add incursions if people aren't fighting each other, so that you're gonna have something killing you, whether you like it or not. Down. Too relatable. Nice. Those are always fun. Yeah. It'd be tricky to get the large ships on there. Oh, it is. The jetpacks got nerfed. That is one of the mods. It's especially horrendous because we're on an Earth-like planet. It shouldn't really affect the jetpack. It just lowers the acceleration. The idea behind... Hmm? Yeah. It definitely has its pros and cons. I like it. Hmm? Yeah. Yeah, that's what this combat's. Basically, it makes it impossible, because it's so hard to get up to speed, and then once you're up to speed, it makes it hard to stop. You'll get used to it after about 30 minutes. At least that's what I've heard from other people. Um, people.
Inventory full.
Yes. Yeah, the survival kit definitely is rough.
Inventory full.
Oh, I only set the inventory scaling to 3 times normal, I think, for most containers. And then I think it's 5 or 10 times for players, so you don't have to suffer too much. But yeah, that was another. Yeah.
Inventory full.
Yeah.
Inventory full.
Damn. Crazy.
Fuel critical.
I don't think so now. And that is part of it as well. I think that's part of the jetpack modifications that were made.
Inventory
Um, yeah, it makes a big difference when you're actually trying to like fly somewhere. You have to actually like land and like let it recharge.
full.
just to keep people from absolutely abusing. Yeah. Watching people like go from like their space stations down to their bases just with like their jetpack. Landing on the moon and then flying back to their base with just a jetpack. It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Inventory full.
Yeah. Yeah, we thought about raising the max speed for small ships only to double what it normally is. But we decided against it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need people taking capital ships and flying them at 1,000 kilometers per second into a planet. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Talk about a quick way to end your server's ability to keep up with the tick speed. Yeah. Say goodbye to both you. Yeah. I know. We were all like, we should get rid of it immediately. And then we're like, no, we'll use it for a little bit. We'll give it a chance. And then we're like, okay, we actually kind of like it.
Fuel low.
Yep. It feels like you no longer have your hands on the wheel. It's really what it feels like. I'm currently working on designing a new ship to fly around. Once I get it built, I'll swing by and drop off some resources for you if you're up for it. A show of peace there. I'll get you off the ground. I'm still working on getting enough thrust to not crash on this, this planet. The last couple runs, I've not been on an Earth-like planet, lower gravity. So, gotta build some. Yeah, it automatically pops up in the GPS tab for everybody, and then from there you can just hit like save to us. Yeah, you're at like 30 degrees, probably. You're right. Shouldn't be too bad of a flight. 90. Don't know how big the planet is though. Everything's randomized, so. See if my ship has enough hydrogen once I build it. Might be cheaper to go. Don't want to get stuck with that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't often pressurize anything. Yeah. I don't think there's any research turned on. You should just be. You should be free to use any block you want at any time. I don't like research. I always feel like I'm building blocks that I would never need to build just for the sake of building it and then just immediately disassembling. So I just turn it off.
Fuel low.
Okay. Yeah.
Fuel critical.
Yeah. Yeah, add that Rust mod. That'd be sick. Definitely want to. I'm gonna leave this one running for a lot longer than last one, and I'm hoping that the smaller play area will force all of the players to actually interact more. On the last server, I don't think I ever saw anyone by accident. Yeah, that should exactly. And we built a station in between the three planets. We did some math to find the point between Triton, Earth, and Mars, and then we had built a station there so that we could theoretically jump with one jump to any of the celestial bodies. But then we never actually like needed it. Yeah, I don't know if it actually uses more hydrogen or if it's just the fact that I'm on a higher gravity than I normally play. I don't have a frame of reference, if that makes any sense. Okay. Yeah. The moon is larger, and then the Europa and Mars are both larger than they would normally be. Typical playthrough. Hmm. That'd be sick. I'm definitely thinking whoever gets, because of the way that the asteroids are, you can't just go off in a random direction and like find like resources. Like everything is here. Uh, you should. Huh. That's really weird. Yeah, it's definitely supposed to give you give you plates. That's a problem if it didn't play. That's awkward. um, because you should have gotten basically all of the resources back. Uh, huh. Oh, so you did get the components that it was made of?
Fuel critical.
Oh, weird. That's really bizarre. Never seen that before. I guess this is why we test this server. Hopefully find things like that. I play with music off. Let me turn it on. Yeah, I hear it now. The kind of spooky. See the vibe. It definitely sounds like the Roman Empire might pop out of the corner at any something. I don't know. We kept the nanobots, so those stuck around. We didn't want to torture everybody too much. I was noticing as well. Mine went like faster than I remember them going. Uh, yeah, I'm hoping I'll be able to come drop off some steel plates and just like some basics. If you give me a shopping list, I'll make a drop off for you. Because nobody wants to sit through the grueling 3 hours of walking back and forth to collect stone or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it just comes down to how big you want to build at that point. I found that they're really deep for some reason. All the ores for me were like 150 meters plus down. Yeah, I'm currently trying to get to ice, and my hole is so deep I had to stop my piston miner that I was using and then build a new one that like self-expanded down because I was done like building it and then breaking it and then rebuilding. Not necessarily. My first base was a mobile, like rover base that was operating off of a massive drill that was made of 14 pistons, so I could drill down to the ores. And then it had a seat on it. It was two drills, and one of them was connected to the piston, and the other one had a seat on it, so I could go all the way down with it to mine ores by hand and load them into the miner. And then it would bring it back up. Not ideal, but it got the job done. Oh my gosh, those are actually gonna. I think he's meaning like
Inventory.
Yeah,
full.
if there were gas stations with hydrogen for people to refuel, because we're gonna need it. That'd be crazy. Good. We could also have a shared structure. Yeah.
Inventory. full.
Totally. Yeah, I'd probably end up mainly commuting to and from it with a ship. Even just like a ship gas station, that would go crazy. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm currently working on getting ice because I mined all the ice I had access to, and I've now run out of fuel. So I have to make a new ship to go get ice. I feel like that's how it always goes, though. An easy task, an all-day build.
Inventory. full. Fuel critical.
Yeah. I'm drilling a hole right now to get down to a big ice patch that's 150 meters below the surface. And I made a miner to get down there that's going to mine the whole patch at once, basically.
Inventory. full.
But that means it's a 40 block across hole. Yeah. I'm not even halfway there. And I've got 250,000 iron ingots. It requires 4 refineries operating at full speed just to keep the stone filling up the container. Gosh. I've been playing. Look at when I put it up. Since May 5th, but I've only played for probably about 20 hours. Yeah. I just got like an established base. I spent way too long building and improving on my like mobile rover base just for myself to just take it apart. Probably. I just take everything out when I log off, and I put it in a cryopod just so I don't use it. But yeah. Thanks. I need platinum so bad.
Inventory full.
Yeah. Definitely would keep your fingers cramping for sure. No. There are no little landers or pods coming to the surface. Yeah. It was a big debate on whether or not to enable them. And in the end, we decided that it would just be easier to not have to have so much cleanup happening. Because a lot of the cleanup is like stuff that's generated by the server. So limiting all interactions from the server with like PvE to space. So once you get to space, you'll start seeing stations and other ships and crashed stuff and all that to try and make it so there's more content as you progress.
Inventory full.
Yes, they should be. And they should be more than happy to come after you as well. Yes, but they will have shields. Enemy large grid ships can have shields. It's a possibility. Don't. I believe they damage the player if the player enters. So you could theoretically fly in for a split second and do something, but you would get damaged by it. Yeah. Few Gatlins, focus the shield gens. Yeah. I built the okay. Yeah. You're definitely gonna need a card inventory. Definitely it hurts beginning of the game. I was thinking. Yeah, I'm hoping to bring you some metal grids stuff to help you get through that early game sludge. Especially on this planet with the ores being so deep, unless you find like a surface level deposit, you're big out of luck. Mining down 150 meters with a hand drill, let me tell you from experience, took I think over an hour. There's a separate like block for large and small. They've separated it out now. It's just called conveyor, and then the small one is specified as the small. I'm popping wheelies. Yeah, I've really made driving around a rover in my area a nightmare, because there's holes that are just 150 meters deep straight down, just dispersed randomly across the landscape. I almost drove into one. No, that allows you to paint any structure. So you can paint the enemy's structures, or if you're in a faction and for some reason the paint, like the default paint, doesn't work properly, it can happen. It allows players to paint structures. But it's mainly used for trolling your enemies by repainting their base. Sure. It also gives a use for gravel, because it uses gravel as fuel. The only thing that basic assemblers don't do are like gravity stuff, like superconductors, and then also on the basic assembler it should be like a tab. There's like a tab for components and a tab for blocks. Weird. I wonder if they took it out for the base. Oh, look, is it even on the? I don't use it. Yeah, large blocks, small blocks, components, tools, build planner, consumables are the options. Weird. It allows you to, when you're in your G, you can select blocks that you want to build and how many, and then it will automatically allow you to like give it a list of like, oh, I want to build all of this stuff, and then it will build that. It'll like queue the parts you need to build that. Oh, I got no idea. I never use it. God.
Fuel critical.
Yeah, I've got fuel. I'm gonna bring you some metal grids. Like 100 of them. Should that be enough, you think? Also, pass on. Thousand steel plates, 1,000 exterior plates. No worries. Yeah. Cool.